Jonathan. My job title today is Site Reliability Engineer.
Cool. So you're currently a Site Reliability Engineer at Zalando.
Yes.
Congratulations. Can you, just to kick us off, can you talk us through your career path so far?
Okay, nice. I started really early. I started with 16. I was doing a computer network technical course back in Brazil, and started working at my own university. And I started working as a system administrator, so more focused on the ops side and the system administration side. But then I went to university and I started a software engineering degree. And so both collided, and I went to a dilemma, like what do I like most, and then I found my first job as a software engineer.
Yeah.
And in this position I found the opportunity to work with both. So
Yeah.
It was my first DevOps experience.
Cool. So that was my next question actually. So I was just going to ask, how did you sort of get into DevOps originally, and was it like pre-planned? Did you want to become a DevOps engineer?
Not exactly. I worked in a small company that we did like some open source solutions based on open source solutions, but mainly it was like firewalls and file systems for medium-sized companies or small companies. And then we had like a development team, and I was in the support team, and then I merged it and we created DevOps. It was not like a DevOps, it was the start of DevOps actually, people talking about it, but I was like the person that was responsible for connecting the dev side and the ops side, and it was super nice. It was not planned, but it was something that I looked on it and I said, yeah, I want to work with it.
Cool. Obviously being in Berlin, so much opportunity for someone with your background being technical. When you were looking for a new job, what were the sort of key attributes that you were looking for? So when you've got so much opportunity, what was important to you?
Okay, nice. Today, even when I choose Zalando, I looked for the open source projects at first, because it's something that I like the community sense and stuff like that, so it was my first vision. And of course I look for challenge, so where would I have like a good environment with high traffic or high availability requirements, and I try to focus on that. But then it includes a lot more like a company that evaluates a culture of learning and not a hero culture with people doing crazy shifts or working extra hours. A culture when I can learn and I can do my job, like I can say things and they will listen to me. So that's another thing. But yeah, basically this engineering culture that some companies have and that I'm looking for.
Yeah. Cool. So you moved to Berlin from Brazil.
Yes.
What made you choose Berlin?
That's nice. I was actually working remotely on Canada and searching for jobs there, but that was too cold for me. Then I had a friend living here, and it was a colleague that I worked with him at Brazil, at São Paulo, and then he was loving the city, so yeah, mainly it was first this friend and talking about the culture of Berlin, so it's a culture that I like a lot, so the city itself. And then it had the Berlin as the new technology polo of Europe, so
yeah,
that was caught my attention at that time.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So even then, before you moved, the whole technology hub and the vibrancy.
Yeah, it was super. Yeah, because I was looking for something abroad, like outside of Brazil.
Yeah.
And I looked at mainly for English speakers.
Yeah.
English speaking countries, because I said no way that I'm going to get an offer for Berlin. So I was afraid of that. I didn't expect it to happen actually. So, and then I started searching and I saw that Berlin was really open to that, like everything's happening here, and so companies are open for non-German speakers.
Yeah.
So it was a great surprise. Like.
Cool. And so with regards to technology and the tech scene in Berlin. How does that compare to Brazil from a business perspective, and how it's all implemented also from, I guess, like a tech community with meetups and those kind of events?
Yeah, São Paulo is a huge city, like 22 million people in the Great São Paulo or something like that. So the communities are really huge there, as in Berlin. What I feel is that Berlin has a little bit more traction, I would say. Like when you see a meetup and 100 people say that they are going to that meetup, you can go to the meetup and you're gonna see 80, 90 people there. In São Paulo, you see meetups with 1,000 people signed and go like 100. So it's different. I think that Berlin people are more engaged with the community. But I had like some experience with communities in São Paulo, and it was great. Like people are great as well. I don't know. I think that the community it's global today, so I don't see that difference. But Berlin, people have more traction. I don't know.
Cool. Moving forwards, looking to the future, what would you say the biggest trends or topics within the whole DevOps culture and movement will be?
I like this idea that now we are taking DevOps as a culture and moving it more than tools, because we had like a great movement with tools. We had Kubernetes coming and destroying all the other tools and creating a new environment. But I like these ideas that we talk now about site reliability engineering and stuff like that. I think that now is the time that we really see the dev and the products talking and the ops, all the company talking about reliability, talking about SLOs, talking about how happy our client is, and I think that's the next big topic.
And looking to the past, so over the last sort of 4 years or so since you've been involved in DevOps, what would you say are the major changes or evolutions that have occurred?
I think that we never delivered software so fast. If you see 4 years ago, so everyone was talking, where should we run, how would we create our software deliver, and now it is faster. We see devs taking the ops side, we see ops taking the operations problems as software engineers and really caring about automating stuff. So I think that now with all these tools, like without saying the tool's name, but with all these tools we never delivered software so fast, and now we have to care more and more with more velocity, but also take care of the reliability and other stuff. So I think that's it.
Yeah, and you're obviously like an active tech community member, going to the events now, for example.
Yeah.
What would you say, how would you say meetups and this whole tech communities sort of influenced your career and helped you? Or what sort of impact would you say it's had?
Yeah, I think the community is always a way to see how people are solving the same problems that I face day to day, and I don't have now I'm seeing my first big company like Zalando, but some time ago I was the only DevOps engineer in my company, so I faced problems and I didn't have anybody to talk about it.
Yeah.
So the communities are the place that I found like another point of view for the same problem, for the same issue. It's that.
Yeah. So, so this is a question that I'm starting to ask a lot of people. So the whole DevOps idea is a culture rather than a job title.
Yeah.
But obviously a lot of people are still called like DevOps engineers, for example, and it splits opinion straight down the middle. And what's your opinion on it? Do you have any objection to people being called a DevOps engineer?
I had I think that it's a matter of you have to face that. Like I had some problem with that. I'm not a DevOps engineer, I would say, but now I accept that if you search for DevOps engineer in LinkedIn or in Glassdoor, you're gonna see like thousands and thousands of positions. So why would I fight against that?
Yeah.
I think that's the important topic is if you want to call me a DevOps engineer, that's okay, but don't try to push to a DevOps engineer that you hired all the responsibility of a DevOps culture. That's the most important. If you want to call me a DevOps engineer, I'm okay with that, but make sure that everybody understands that DevOps is a shared culture. It comes from product, it comes from dev, it comes from ops, it comes from the upper level. So That's my only concern. But I'm okay with being called a DevOps engineer
Cool.
right now.
Really good answer.
Perfect. Yeah. Good stuff.